Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Joseph. Let's talk about Returnal. We got to see 1 hour of gameplay from Returnal, and there's a lot we have learned in this 1 hour. Let's go down the list of all the key things that will be important in the final game. I'm going to try to get through these really quickly, starting with the first one. There are many Greek references, starting from your ship being called Helios, which is the Greek god of the sun, and your main protagonist, Selene, which is the Greek god of the moon. I'm sure that's going to play into the story in some shape or form, but for now we don't know exactly how. The second thing we learned is there are permanent unlocks. You'll unlock certain tools, currency that goes from one cycle to another, as well as you'll be able to open up shortcuts, and you'll get new tools that will help you open up new pathways, whether it be the hook shot or your melee weapon, which can unlock certain shielded doors. The third thing we learned is you'll come across various dead scouts, and if you interact with their bodies, it's actually where other players have died, and you'll be able to take it, avenge them and take on an elite enemy. And if you're successful, you'll be able to get some rewards. It's very similar to Neo in that system. The fourth thing we learned is yes, it does utilize haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and 3D spatial audio to the full degree. You can feel the raindrops in the vibration, or the adaptive triggers give you the sense of, let's say you press L2 lightly to aim, press the trigger all the way down to do alternate fire and things of that sort. The first thing we learned is that you're going to have an adrenaline meter. Every 3 kills, you got 8 level of adrenaline, and it resets if you get hit by an enemy. But it gives you various buffs, and every single level will give you different kinds of buffs, such as seeing enemies through walls and etc. The sixth thing we've learned is that you can overload your weapon to buff it up. It's like a perfect reload from Gears of War, as well as every gun has alternative firing modes. Ammunition is unlimited in this game, but guns do overheat. And the eighth thing we learn is that they're malignant items, which are, they have a chance of causing malfunctions to your character. What the malfunctions exactly mean, we don't exactly know yet, but at the very least we know there's kind of a reward risk system going on in this game. There's also number 9 thing we learned is that a persistent resource called Ether, which stays for you after you die, and it'll give you a chance to buy some power-ups to make your runs a little bit more efficient and easier. The 10th thing we learned is that we know the game is a roguelite from the beginning, they've mentioned that, but it will have elements of exploration where you can find hidden rooms and backtracking via teleportation devices, as well as some light platforming elements very akin to Dead Cells, but in a 3D format in a sci-fi setting. The 11th thing we learned is maps will mark doors for you, which are side path doors will be marked with a triangle, or the main path doors, which will marked as squares, so you can make the decision if you want to go exploring for potential items, as well as certain doors will require keys for you to find out in the world. There's also going to be number 12 thing, there are shops mid-run to either level up your items you have or get new ones, which will require obolite resources, which you collect from dead enemies. It doesn't carry over to future runs, so for any roguelike or roguelite fan, this is a familiar system. The 13th thing we've learned is that you don't have to repeat boss fights, but you can if you want to get a certain reward because you know they're going to drop something nice. But once you beat them once, you can skip past them so they could get on with the game and the story. There you go, guys. Those are the 13 things we found out from the Returnal 1 hour gameplay, and honestly after seeing it, I'm actually even more hyped than I was before. As I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm really into roguelike and roguelite games now after trying out Dead Cells, Hades, Curse of the Dead Gods, and a couple of other ones that really kind of put it on the map for me. Just having each run made it that much more fun, and the fact that there's exploration and kind of Metroidvania kind of feel to it, I'm 100% on board. I'm sticking to my comparison of calling it a mix between Mega Man and Metroid together into something kind of really weird, but now I'm really getting strong Prometheus vibes for anyone who's seen that movie before, which is an Alien spin-off movie. I would like to hear from you guys what you think of this game, if you're looking forward to it, if you're going to be picking it up yourself. As the first big exclusive for PlayStation 5, I definitely want to check out this game. We'll see if it's going to be worth the $70. Be sure to tune in because I'm going to be doing a review for this game. And guys, if you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to subscribe down below. I'll be covering this game much more, especially when it comes out. We're going to stream it on this channel as well. Guys, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.